I'm going to try to figure out how to make the Hangman project. So it's going to be a long video because I've not even looked at this. And I haven't looked at any of the Unit 4 stuff. So let's just see here. Use lists to implement a complete version of Hangman. Exercise good programming practices. Alright, Hangman. Popular word game in which one player, the chooser, chooses a secret word, and another player, the guesser, attempts to guess the word one letter at a time. If a guessed letter appears in the word, all instances of it are revealed. If not, the guesser loses a chance. If the guesser figures out the secret word before he or she runs out of chances, he or she wins. If not, the player who chose the word wins. Traditionally, chances are tracked using a stick figure drawing of a person being hanged from a gallows. The figure is drawn one body part at a time, and the guesser loses when the entire figure has been drawn. This game is also the basis for the TV game show Wheel of Fortune. I did not know that. I mean, I guess they're pretty similar games, but I guess it makes sense. Gameplay: in our implementation of Hangman, the computer will take on the role of the chooser, and the human player will be the guesser. The computer will secretly choose a word from a list, see below, and show the player how many letters are in the word by displaying a sequence of blanks, underscores. Then, the computer will begin asking for guesses. If the player guesses a letter that is in the secret word, all blanks representing an instance of that letter should be replaced by the letter. If the guessed letter is not in the word at all, the player should lose a chance and a new part of the Hangman figure should appear. If the player guesses a letter he or she has already guessed, he or she should not lose a chance, even if that letter is not in the word. If the player guesses all letters in the word, he or she wins. If the Hangman figure is completed, the player loses. In either case, the secret word should be revealed after the game is over. In either case. Your game will need to include at least 3 sprites. The Hangman itself. Alright. Hangman. A host sprite that asks the player for a guess. And informs him or her whether or not the guess is correct, and an assistant. Tells the player the status of the secret word. You may use more sprites if you think they are appropriate. The host and assistant should have clear roles and should never do each other's job. Word status. As the game is played, the player should be shown the current guessed status of the secret word. Letters that have been correctly guessed should be shown in the correct locations. Unguessed letters will appear as blanks. At the beginning of the game, no letters will have been guessed, and the only information shown to the player will be a sequence of blanks, with 1 blank for each letter in the secret word. As the player guesses letters correctly, blanks represent guessed letters. As the player guesses letters correctly, blanks representing guessed letters should be replaced by those letters. So, for example, if the secret word is screwdriver and the player has guessed E, S, R, and D, the correct word status would be S, R, E, D, R, E, R. The player will have 6 chances to guess the word. Guessing a correct letter does not cost a chance. Each missed chance will cause a new piece of Hangman to appear. The 6 pieces of the Hangman are head, body, left arm, left leg, right leg. You may use a stick figure for your hangman, but if you would like to be more creative with the appearance, feel free to do so. No matter what your hangman looks like, though, it should include these 6 pieces and no more. The game can end in one of 2 ways. If the player has guessed the complete secret word, he or she wins. Otherwise, if the player has run out of chances and the complete hangman has been drawn, the player loses. In either case, when the game ends, the host should stop asking for guesses. The host should inform the player whether he or she won or lost, and the assistant, let's see, host, add comment, host, Control A, inform the player, asks player for guesses, inform player whether he or she won or lost. Stop asking after game ends. Okay. The assistant should reveal the entire secret word. Reveal secret word after game ends. Okay. Wordless secret word. You will be provided with a list of words from which the secret word should be chosen for each game. You'll be shown in class how to import this list into your program at the start of each game. A word should be randomly chosen from this list to be used as the secret word. The secret word must be chosen randomly and must be a word in the list. In addition to functioning well, your program must be well documented and readable. This includes, but is not limited to, things such as organizing your scripts so that they can be read and comprehended easily, giving your sprites meaningful names, naming and using your variables, lists, and custom blocks well, including comments to describe the structure of your program and any particularly complex or unintuitive pieces of code. Requires snap elements. Your program must include, at a minimum, the following snap code elements: at least 2 lists, once of which must be one of which must be used to track guessed letters. Custom blocks as appropriate, including arguments and reporters. At least 2 lists, one of the guessed letters. Get back to that. Be able to select a secret word, keep track of which letters have been guessed, determine if each letter guessed is in the secret word or not. Okay, so the host, I guess, will pick, I don't know what the assistant is supposed to do. I guess the assistant like reveals the letters and maybe draws the hangman. How about that? So let's see. Reveals correct letters as guessed. Draws hangman body. So the host should pick word randomly from list at start of game. All right, let's get the picking the random words. I have no idea how to do that, so let's go Let's go back to our curriculum and look for list practice 2, list tracing. Write your own version of Snap contains block which takes a list. Where's the list of words actually? Hmm. Project for Hangman. Oh. Oh, okay. This stuff was missing from the PDF. Okay. I want this. I want this to go away. Boom. All right. Okay, this is better. You will be provided a list of words from which the secret word should be chosen for each game. Instructions for importing the word list. Oh, why isn't that over here? You will be provided. It's just missing. It's just missing some stuff. To import the list, set a variable imported words to be a list. All right. Let's get to business. The host is going to have this. Make a variable called imported words. This sprite only. For this sprite only. Download and save this text file on your computer. Okay, let's right click and save link as. Corncob lowercase. Let's put it in downloads. Save. Okay. Click the checkbox on the imported words. Wait. Set a variable imported words to be a list. All right, let's just do a set imported words to be a list. Okay, click the checkbox on the imported words variable. Oh, that. So that it is visible on the stage. Okay, it is visible. Right click on the stage image to find the import command. The stage image. The stage image. Right click on the stage image. Import command. Import. Right-click on the stage image to find the import command. Select the correct file to import. Load an exported project file or block library, costume, or a sound. Corn. Hmm. All right, set importing list instructions. Set imported words to a blank list. Did I do that? No. Blank list. Oh. Aha. It's blank. Download and save corncob as a text file on computer. Click the checkbox on the imported words variable to make it visible on the stage. Right click on the image. Oh, maybe this. Aha. Import corncob. Cool. That's pretty spiffy. All right. Set imported words to list. That's kind of weird. Let's just do this. Looks, say, where's some random stuff? Pick random. Length of imported words. And item random of imported words. Let's do that. Did you do it? Nope. I'm not done yet. Then set the word list variable by splitting the imported words text by line. Okay. Got a little bit ahead of myself. So, and it doesn't want me to do that. So let's just let's import corncob. All right. And then set the word list variable. Set another variable to be a list of words. Okay. Word list, also for the sprite only. All right. Set word list split imported words by line. So we want to remove this, replace it with that, and we want to remove this and replace it with that, and do this, and say a word, and say another one. Cool. All right, that's a pretty good step. Let's save it. Um, Save it as Hangman.